All right, what's up, everybody? He's Germany's most famous tech blogger. He's a UFC superfan, and he's a good friend of mine. We've got Sascha Pallenberg live tonight, right after this. All right, man.
Good to see you.
Nice to see you, too. Thanks for coming, brother. Appreciate having you here. Thanks so much, man.
I really appreciate that you inviting me.
Prost.
Well, ja, Prost.
Yeah, Prost.
Wunderbar.
Yeah, wunderbar. Yeah.
Cheers.
So,
Man, that looks dangerous.
So it's horchata water and milk. It's not super dangerous. Round one is nice and chill. As you can see, we got the cauliflower ready for you, right?
Yeah.
Mr. Sustainability. So
we're
on the cauliflower.
I know. I ditched the wings.
Yeah, sure.
And I went for the cauliflower.
Cauliflower, man. He's a Renaissance man right here. Yeah. How's life, brother? Good?
Oh, it's pretty good, right? Even though it's about to get hot down here.
It is, yeah. Right? How do you do with the heat in Taiwan?
Oh, Jesus. I just can't stand it.
Oh, really?
It's going to be my 13th summer in Taiwan.
13's a lucky number.
I just can't adapt to it at all.
Really?
Right?
Okay.
No.
Okay.
Well, let's say at least a little bit, right? The first time I really got back to Germany, like in August, was in 2016.
Okay.
And it was about 36, 37 degrees Celsius. And everyone was moaning and complaining about it. And I was like, Jesus, it's kind of chilly. So somewhat, the Taiwanese heat assimilated me into something.
You know, for me too, also, a few trips ago when I went back to Canada to visit my family, it was a heat wave. And it was like 32 Celsius. And everyone's just like drenched. And I was like, woo. Jacket, getting chilly.
Yeah.
And they're like, wow, where do you live? I was helping my nephew was playing soccer. And I was, they needed some linesmen and stuff like that.
Okay.
So I was lining, so I was up and down. At the end of the game, everybody was just like, and I was just like, get my jacket, you know? And they're like, what? That's crazy. It's a heat wave. I was like, man, I'm freezing. And then when the sun goes down, forget about it.
Yeah.
It's freezing.
Yeah.
It's freezing, yeah.
Well, it's slowly getting there.
Yeah, for sure, brother. Let's grab a wing before we start.
Which one?
So this is what we're going to do. We're going to go from this way to this way. The first one is just the basic buffalo.
Okay.
Yeah? And we're doing cauliflower wings for Mr. Sustainability over here. Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's
Enjoy,
do it,
brother. Yes. Salud. Cheers. Prost. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, love it. That's a good one. That's a mild starter.
Yeah. Very mild. Yeah, we can't start from the top, right?
You're trying to keep it safe for the beginning. I'm
of course,
stepping out right after 10 seconds.
Exactly, yeah. We don't get any good clips like that, right? You know, it's funny with the cauliflower wings, these are ones that are actually vegan, so we have like a vegan batter that we make. But when I made these, we weren't sure if they were going to sell. But, you know, we always say we have lots of vegetarian and vegan customers. Yeah. And, you know, we have wing nights on Wednesdays. And I thought, okay, let's try it. You know, I was doing some research, and I said, cauliflower, let's see if it works. So we experimented with the imported ones. We experimented with the these are local, of course. We try to do everything as local as possible. Okay. So we did the local ones. And then once we put them out there, you know, they started to catch up to the chicken wing sales. And then right now, actually, they sell better than the chicken wings, man. It's crazy.
That's interesting.
It's interesting.
So it really picked up, right?
Yeah, it really picked up. And we get a lot of meat eaters that still come in. They love the wings, the chicken wings, but they also love these. So it's pretty crazy, man. Yeah.
Oh, I like it.
It's not bad, right? Yeah. So you said year 13.
Yeah, it's my 13th summer. I'm here for now a little bit over 12 years.
Okay.
It's
a long time.
Time's flying.
I got it.
Unbelievable. I never expected anything like it.
Of course,
right?
Yeah, of course.
Even though that I really wanted to live in Taiwan.
Yeah.
But that was, it just started in 2009. And here we are.
You got to tell me what's the original idea? What brought you here from the beginning, you know? That's always the first question, right? Because it's like so many cool people, they come to the restaurant. I get to meet all these people. We do a cool podcast. But I'm always curious, what was the original reason that you came here?
Well, the first time I came to Taiwan was back in 2002. I was invited by a Taiwanese manufacturer, Via Technology.
Okay.
One of, besides Intel and AMD, the only other OEM that built our x86 chips.
Yep.
And what I loved about VR technology is that was a time where PCs were basically like huge, gray and ugly.
Oh yeah.
And had a massive
Pentium
power
100.
consumption, right? And I think even each and every hard disk that they sold back in the days were just way more noisy than anything that you can just buy as a complete system.
Okay, yeah.
So I started to blog and write about it in the early 2000s, and somehow I met with them at CeBIT in Hanover, which was at that time the biggest computer show on this planet. Okay. And they invited me to Taiwan.
Beautiful.
And due to the fact that there weren't any direct flights from Germany to Taiwan.
Okay.
So we flew in from Frankfurt to Bangkok to Hong Kong and then finally arrived here in Taiwan after some 30 hours or something.
Did you spend any time there or did you just right away transfer?
Well, I had to, I don't know, I had a layover of like 9 hours in Bangkok, which was a little bit of a challenge, I tell you that. I still stayed in the airport. But anyways, and then I arrived over here in downtown Chini at our hotel at like midnight.
Okay.
And I was just, the whole atmosphere, all the lights of the city.
And the humidity coming in.
And oh gosh, the humidity. That was a hammer.
Yeah.
That was like a blow dryer with lots of kind of liquid spray.
It's crazy,
right in your face.
It's crazy.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
And that was in June, right?
Yeah,
so that
June.
was just high time for this.
Just starting to warm up, yeah.
And then I walked around like for 30 minutes after I checked into my hotel and I said basically, Jesus, I have to live here. That's it.
Okay, really?
I don't know.
Wow.
Just, as you do.
This is it.
As you do.
This is it, as you do. Okay. Yeah, it's it. Cheers, man. Well, I'm glad you did. Yeah. This is a great place, man. I planned on coming here for 1 or 2 years and I'm closing in on 20 now, man. So it's time flies, man. I mean, it's a great place. It's a great place. People
really
are nice. Weather's good. I mean, it can be reasonably priced. I mean, I don't know. It's convenient. I mean, I don't own a car. You know, my nieces and my nephews, you know, they're in Canada and, you know, they're all buying cars and stuff. And, you know, at like 18 and 20 years old. And I'm like 42, never owned a car because I came here.
Yeah.
And I mean, I have my scooter. I zip around here. And you've seen my scooter, right?
Yeah.
That special scooter.
And his special helmet.
And my special white flower helmet. And I drive around and I don't need it. You know, I don't need a car here, man. I don't need a car here. Yeah.
I mean, sometimes a little bit of a challenge, right? I mean, you live up here in the north in Tianmu.
Tianmu's a great,
I would have never gotten into the Tianmu area without having a place over here.
Okay, really?
Right?
Okay, yeah.
Whenever I walk around here, it's just so completely different from Wenshan, where I live in the south.
Yeah.
And just to let you guys know, on a public transport system in the bus, I think it's like 47 or 49 stops for me to get up here. On an Uber, it's about 40, 45 minutes.
Okay.
But depending on the traffic, of course. But usually you're always quicker on the public transport, especially when you're taking the MRT. Unfortunately, I also have to change lines once, right? And then I need to get another bus.
Okay.
Or just jump on a U-bike.
Okay, yeah. You know, that I think the U-bike concept is really... it's like really European, right? I think, you know, like a lot of my European friends, especially in this area, everyone's on U-bikes. And then I went out for drinks with a couple and they were just like, let's just grab a U-bike. And I'm like, I've been here for like 18 years and never even used a U-bike.
Well,
and
it's about covering the last mile.
It's great.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
And it really works. It's that cheap.
Yeah, it's very cheap.
I always thought that, you know what, they had like more daily rentals, but it's way over 100,000 a day.
Really?
So it really works out for them.
Okay.
Yeah, totally.
So if you're using the MRT a lot, you have that monthly pass, that a monthly unlimited thing, or no?
No, actually, I don't.
Okay.
I don't.
Well,
so now, since they kind of implemented this reward system, and I can always see now how many times I took the MRT in the previous month.
Okay.
And then you're getting kind of rewarded for the next month. It is a bonus system that really, really got me hooked.
Okay, I didn't even know that was a thing, man.
Yeah.
Well, we usually go down MRT downtown if we're going to do something. If we really need a car, we'll just rent a car for a day or something. And I mean, now you can rent scooters, you can rent cars and all this stuff. It's pretty convenient, man.
Oh, like
the only time we ever really need a car is if we're gonna take my daughter to the beach. That's really the only time where it's like we should have a car. Yeah,
I mean, we're going to the East Coast. What is it, like 40 minutes, 45 minutes
it's
drive?
very quick. It's very quick. You know, and I have a couple of restaurant owner friends out there, and a few of my buddies just opened up a bar out there, and it's a cool place to be for sure, man. So
it really is.
Yeah, so I'm pretty connected with the scene, but car wise, still no car, man. and I might be one of the only people on the planet that never buys a car, man. If I stay here, we're still doing things are going well here.
Yeah.
I really have no need for a car.
Well, I love driving.
Okay.
That's the thing for me, right? I really love driving. This is why I just don't own a car, and I don't want to have a car here in the city because I would never ever use it here in Taipei.
Yeah.
I would have actually never used a car in one of these dense metropolitan areas in Germany or even while I was living in the US because I just have no time for this. To be stuck in a traffic jam. What do you want to do?
Yeah.
It just makes no sense whatsoever.
And the traffic here is pretty crazy, right? Because it's a small island. There's a lot of people, especially Taipei. I mean, I have friends, they drive up for lunch sometimes, and just crossing over that bridge by Sogo, that you could walk there probably in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
But there's so much traffic from there to here, it's like 20 minutes in car or 30 minutes. And then you got to find parking. This area doesn't have much parking. And in Tianmu, if you want to rent a parking spot, it's going to be like 6,000 or 7,000 for a parking spot. And it's
so that translates into almost like 200 euros a month.
Yeah, for parking. And then if you're going to rent a parking spot, you start to think, should I, buy an old piece of crap car and then the parking spot's worth more than the car? And then it's like compound effect. Right? You're like, I should have a decent car. And then the thing about a nice car is you don't want it to get scratched up. Yeah. Right? You're like, oh, I got this nice Benz. And I love Benzes and I love cars, but it's like I'll be worried about it. Like when my scooter was new, it was anytime anyone dinged it, I'm like, oh my God, they scratched the scooter. Now it's like 14 years old and I'll just jam it in there. Someone will crash into it and I'm like, no problem. Yeah. As long as it works, it's fine.
It's about time to get you on a Gogoro.
Yeah. You know what? That's I actually, a good friend of mine and customer is the CFO of Gogoro.
Yeah.
And he's been telling me you got to get a Gogoro. And I said,
you
let's
should.
do it. We should.
You're going to love it.
That's the plan.
You're going to love it.
We actually want to do that. Yeah.
But you have to keep in mind with Gogoro, I mean, the initial idea of setting up an infrastructure is something that is quite similar to this kind of holistic approach from a company like Tesla, right?
Yeah, like
with Tesla, what I really love about them, as much as I'm criticizing them about a couple of other things, they really thought this through, right? The biggest challenge that we have right now with electric cars is about charging. Yeah. So to give you an idea, I think Tesla has roughly about 2,000 charging stations. The battery swap stations that we just have in Taiwan for Gogoros. So it's just basically, right, you have like these two big batteries. Like you open up, you see your bench, right, and just you go to the charging station, get two new batteries out, put your old ones in, right, and it takes you like 20 seconds.
Yes.
And then you have another 100 kilometers of range, right, and it's a subscription model.
Beautiful, I know.
And that easily works out for these small batteries like in a scooter. Gogoro has about 2,300 charging stations in Taiwan. So Gogoro has more battery charging stations just in Taiwan, the island of Taiwan, with 23 million citizens, than Tesla has charging stations globally.
Really?
So, and I think this is absolutely amazing.
That is amazing. I mean, the thing about for Gogoro, no problem. But I mean, if you were to have a Tesla, what happens if you go, you're just about out of juice? And there's no charging stations. Well, what can you do? You're just screwed, or I mean, I have no idea. But I mean, you need. Can you plug them in somewhere, or what do you do?
You're gonna call a Tesla service so that they're gonna send out a diesel generator.
There you go. Okay,
a sustainable diesel generator.
Sustainable diesel. Okay.
I mean, most of their service cars are running on diesel. Talking about sustainability.
Beautiful. Let's grab the next one, man. What do you think?
Oh, Jesus, I'm scared. Which one is the next one?
So these ones are really chill, right? That's one of your Korean ones, right? So that's chill.
This is level 2.
Round 1 is just chill. So we're gonna do 6 wings.
Okay.
This is chipotle. It's like a smoked jalapeno.
Okay.
But it's a little bit sweet, a little bit spicy. It's really chill. The second round is a little bit more. It picks it up. Yeah.
So this is still a chilled one.
Yeah, these are pretty chill. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus, I'm not sure if I should trust him on this.
Yeah. Well,
Cheers, man.
Cheers. Yes. Salud. It's okay?
Oh, it's so juicy.
It's a good one, right? Yeah.
I love it.
It's actually one of our best sellers, and people keep saying, you got to bottle that one. And I'm like, I know, I keep forgetting.
And here's the thing, what I really love about cauliflower, especially when I'm flexitarian, so I also love to eat wings.
Well, I like that. Hashtag flexitarian. I never heard that before. I like it.
But what I like about this is just, you know what?
Absorbs.
The texture of it, how dense it is, still juicy from the inside, and in combination with this sauce that you put on top of the chipotle sauce that you put on top of it.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's delicious.
How the different flavors are mixing up. It's just... Oh, it's a little bit.
A little bit more. It's moving up a little bit.
It's a little bit hot.
So chipotle. So the good thing about the cauliflower is it absorbs very well. Right. It's like kind of like a bread. It like absorbs the flavor. So it's pretty. I don't know. Cauliflower worked out really well, and like I said, is becoming one of our best sellers, man. Yeah. So you came directly here, right? Mm-hmm. Have you had a chance to visit or live in any of the other nearby countries in Southeast Asia or Asia?
Not at all.
No visits, no living?
First country in Southeast Asia.
You nailed it right on the first
fell
one.
in love with it.
Yeah.
I also have a place on Bali. The problem is that I almost just can't go there anymore, right? So I haven't been to Bali since December 2019.
Oh, wow.
Which is a bit of a bummer. But due to the fact, so I'm getting my first round of a vaccine next Thursday.
Okay.
And so the Board of Tourism of Indonesia or Bali is planning to kind of open the country for fully vaccinated people in July.
Okay.
You still have to go for the first 5 days in one of these, they're called CEHC hotels.
Okay.
So these are kind of special hotels. You're not going to self-isolate yourself, right? You can freely roam.
It makes sense.
No hotel ground.
Yeah.
And, I just hope that everything's going to be fine in July, and then, you know what, off I go.
What's the plan? So let's say everything's fine.
I'm going to escape the humidity of Taiwan.
You're going to stay there for the whole summer, ideally? I mean, you said, what gives you the idea to have a place in Bali?
I love that place.
Okay.
In
so
every
you've been
way.
There to visit?
It did something to me. The first time I arrived about 9 years ago, or 10 year ago, it just immediately got me. It was almost like the feeling that I got from Taiwan. At first arrival in Taiwan was like, this humidity and the air. Yeah. Kind of had a taste even on my tongue, right?
Okay.
This wasn't about, kind of fumes or whatever.
Understandable.
But it just really got me. Same on Bali. It just immediately triggered me. And I thought, okay, you know what? That's it. I love this place.
It's good.
And I'm really not a religious or spiritual person.
Okay.
But there's something about this place that really just, calmed me down and... embrace the...
It's like a feeling of some kind of zen, right? Yeah.
Embrace the environment differently. And people are just so insanely nice. Same as... No, not the same as in Taiwan. It's different. It is... Can I say more rural, more raw, more... I don't know. Bali is something.
Bali's a special...
It's just beautiful. I love the beaches, right? I even... love central Bali, place like Ubud or whatnot.
Okay.
It's gorgeous.
I've never been out to Bali, but I've met quite a few Balinese people that have come here, and oh man, great people. I love it.
You have one working here.
Yeah. He's one of our best guys. He's off today, but unless he's here a little bit later. Yeah, no, he's a good guy. He's one of the few guys that came in. He's working his ass off, and then he comes in. And he's like, you know what? I like this, so if I can I stay? I'm like, hell yeah, you can stay. I'm like, you know how long I've been waiting for someone to ask for that? Geez.
Oh, he's a great guy.
Yeah. So if you guys are enjoying the show, and if you're on Facebook right now, jump on over and watch the full episode on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, enjoy the show. There you go. Salud.
Yeah, you know what?
Salud.
I'm really, really getting in the mood of getting some liquid into my system after the second round of the wings.
Well, that's that chipotle. It's funny because we bottle our hottest ones, right? And people love them and they sell. But when people try that chipotle, I mean, it's not that hot, but it's got a little spice. And people are always like, "You got to bottle this one." And I'm like, I know I should. Sometimes there's so much going on, you just forget.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy, you know. That's life, I guess, right? But yeah, man, things are pretty good over here. Bali, Taiwan. So ideally, you get your shots. You going to Bali?
Yeah.
July, August in Bali.
Probably.
Yeah?
That's the
Okay.
plan.
That sounds good.
I
Yeah.
would just like to be in the hottest months over here are probably July, August, September,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
and
July
then
and
it
August
just
for
comes
sure.
down in October again.
Yeah.
And then I just love November as much as I love March and April, right? It's
Yeah.
just, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
You don't have any humidity over here. It's like 20 to 25
Yeah.
degrees. It's
nice,
fantastic.
yeah. It's always nice when you can like wear pants.
Yeah,
you know, you're
yeah.
like, hey, I can wear pants
Yeah.
again. This is great, yeah. Because I mean, you got this, you know, all this closet full of stuff, and every time I go back home, you know, my aunt or my mom gives me like this big thick jacket. I'm like, I don't need that. And they're like, you know, and sometimes I'll use it here now after almost 20 years for like 2 days a year. I'll
Yeah.
have something, you know, it'll be cold for 2 days a year.
I have this
But, yeah.
weird jacket fetish, right?
Oh,
I
yeah?
have like 10 or
Yeah?
a dozen jackets
Really?
that I obviously never use.
I love it. Man. I actually got a. Where are we at? Talking about your jacket, you have an umbrella one, right? Umbrella Corporation.
Oh,
I
yeah,
love that.
yeah.
See if I can. Yeah, I've got a bunch of these here, but I'll pull up a picture here. Yeah, I'll find that other one now. But yeah, so this was a really cool picture that I brought from your.
With the governor.
This is with Arnold, right? So
Yeah, that was in
What's the story behind
Detroit,
that? Yeah?
2018, at the launch of the new Mercedes-Benz G-Class. That was in the old, I think it was called Capitol Theater of Detroit.
Yeah?
And
What was going on there? That's amazing.
It just looks absolutely amazing. That place, it has a little bit of a Mad Max feeling to it.
Oh, shoot.
You know,
Okay, I love that.
I still found theater tickets from 1972 on the floor, in the dust on the floor.
Really?
But it's this
beautiful.
kind of combination of kind of in a complete rubbish place with Art Deco, and that was the most amazing event location that I've ever seen in my life. And Arnold was
there. That's
also
incredible.
was also on stage together with the CEO of Daimler and Mercedes-Benz at that time, Dieter Zetsche.
Okay.
And they were just introducing the new G-Class. It was kind of funny because I think Arnold was also the first one to get an all-electric Hummer. Yeah,
I love that Arnold drives tanks and Hummers. That's amazing. Yeah,
and I mean, he was just this amazing ambassador for sustainability in the state of California.
Okay, yeah.
And just to give you an idea of where the state of California is, I think just about 10 days ago, on Saturdays, they basically sourced 95% of the energy that they use on this Saturday out of renewable energy sources.
Wow.
And this way you can see. I mean, this is
That's a big deal.
The fifth biggest economy in the world.
Yeah.
So if these guys can do that, right, I think we all can do that. And he is such a thought leader regarding this.
Okay.
I mean, he was thinking about this like 20 years ago. Of course, you can always question, I mean, all the resources that are getting into this massive Hummer.
Yeah, of
if
course.
this is really sustainable. But I love the scene where he was just kind of pushing Dieter and kind of putting some pressure on him by basically saying, you know what, so when am I going to be able to buy an electric G-Class? Or a G-Wagon?
Okay.
Which almost never really changed in terms of the design for the last 4 decades.
Yeah. Okay.
I think it's one of these products where Mercedes-Benz never ever have to put any budget on marketing, right? They build them, they sell them.
Everybody loves them.
Right?
Yeah.
It's such a classic and iconic car.
Yeah.
So the electric G-Class is coming.
Okay.
Right?
That
And
sounds
they're gonna build it in a CO2 neutral way, and this will make a huge difference. And you know what? Once again, he's one of the guys that really got it.
Yeah, that's great, man.
Yeah.
It's always cool when you see. I think he was the first one to get a Hummer, right? I believe
Yeah.
to take a Hummer like an actual army vehicle and drive it around as a car, right? And then everybody started doing that, and then he bought a tank. Right? Like it's Arnold is. He's
By the
awesome,
way,
man.
I love this kind of second wave of the heat.
Oh yeah,
is
it coming? Okay,
it's
good,
slowly,
good.
It's slowly
It's
getting
coming.
there.
Good,
right?
good.
Thank God I have some milk over here.
Well, that's what it's there for, man.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find that jacket. That's the jacket, I believe, right?
Yeah.
There you go. So what? So
this
is
one.
I love that Zelda ring, dude.
That's a picture at CeBIT 2017, I would guess. Yeah, 2017.
Okay.
I talked about kind of more holistic approaches of public transport systems and mobility in metropolitan areas. And actually, this was a picture that I just took when I got my
got shipped, right?
After I got shipped. No.
That's not it. No.
I just don't know. I've been at CeBIT since the mid '80s.
Okay.
So
Yeah, there you go.
I think this is like 4 or 5 years old.
Okay. Beautiful, man. And that Zelda ring. That Zelda ring's crazy.
That
You're a big Zelda fan, yeah?
I am a big Zelda fan.
I saw your picture of Hyrule. Right?
You know, I used to play Zelda together with my dad on the first Famicom, on the first generation of the Nintendo Entertainment System.
Okay.
Right, so we played the first 2 episodes of Zelda, and then we switched over to the Super Nintendo, and then we played the third one. That was just so much fun.
Oh, yeah.
And you know what? At that time, you constantly bumped into these roadblocks where you just didn't know what to do anymore.
Yeah.
But I was in the Club Nintendo, right? And you could just call them over
Nintendo Power.
0180 super expensive phone hotline, right?
Nintendo
Please
Power,
help
right?
me. Please help me.
That's great.
Tell Super Mario I need some help.
I actually saw an article, a video and stuff about that, and they were saying that Nintendo Power was when I was a kid, that's what I always wanted to buy, like Nintendo Power. You get stuck somewhere, and you'd sit there and you'd read the magazine, and it's pretty amazing.
Yeah,
man.
they even had this magazine.
I
loved it.
Yeah, Nintendo. That was a good time.
No, I'm a sucker for Nintendo. In general, I just love the approach of Nintendo because in terms of game design and level design, I think they are second to none. Mm-hmm. Whether it's about Zelda, whether it's about all the different episodes of Mario.
Yeah, Mario.
I love
amazing.
Mario Kart. Right, I still have a Switch.
Do you? Yeah, great.
Which I really love.
Okay.
Yeah, no, Nintendo is a really cool company.
You know what's funny? I had a buddy put together a Raspberry Pi. Right?
Yeah.
With a bunch of the games and everything.
With all the emulators on it?
With basically everything on it. You know, from the beginning until like PlayStation, I think.
Yeah.
And then I bring that out and people are always like, whoa, they've got everything, you've got everything. Do you have Super Mario Brothers? And that's what everybody, if that game only had Super Mario Brothers, it'd be a hit. Yeah. Even my wife plays it. Like my wife doesn't play any video games, but she likes Mario Brothers and Tetris. Yeah. Like these 2 games. She'll sit there and she'll play them. It's pretty crazy.
It's quite interesting what Super Mario did to the video game industry.
Yeah.
Because it's a Nintendo mascot.
Yeah.
So when Sega came out with the Master System and then the Mega Drive and the Genesis and whatnot, so they also need to come up with something. And this was Sonic the Hedgehog, right?
Yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog. Yeah.
And it's quite interesting, especially when they introduced the Genesis to the U.S. American or the Northern American market, right? Yeah. It was more kind of adulty approach, right?
For sure.
We also have Mortal Kombat,
Altered Beast. And
so Sonic the Hedgehog became their mascot. And with Sony, with the PlayStation, they never had anything. So what do you think? Who is just the number one kind of mascot-y thing?
For PlayStation?
Yeah.
When I think of PlayStation, I probably think of Final Fantasy VII.
Almost.
Yeah, almost. So
it's still a kind of jump and run thing, right?
Yeah. Oh, Crash Bandicoot.
There you go.
Right, Crash Bandicoot. There you go. How did I miss that? Yeah.
And it was the first one to do this in 3D.
Yeah, and you could actually
with
go
the POV.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Beautiful.
And it was just so advanced in terms of how many polygons they couldn't just get into the system. It's an amazing. One of my favorite YouTube channels is from Ars Technica. By the way, also one of my favorite websites. Okay. This is all about you kind of meet the geeks or meet the guys that are behind of all of this.
I love it.
And there's an episode that goes like for 90 minutes, with talking about the developers of Fresh Bandicoot, how they just kind of rise the amounts of polygons that they can get into it, you know what they did to the memory and how they access just some hidden memory in the PlayStation just to have this extra performance from this. PlayStation was a game changer in every way, and but still, when you look at this right now, geez, it looks like you're playing on a pocket calculator.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. It's funny because you get the emulators or whatever, right? And you're like, oh my god, I like a N64 GoldenEye, right? And you're like, this is amazing. I got GoldenEye again. And then you start to play it, and you're like,
oh my god.
You're just like,
this got me excited.
Yeah, for sure. Like you're spending, you're buying you pay someone to do it. You buy all this stuff. And then you're like, oh my god, N64, GoldenEye, and when you play Golden Gun and Jaws and all that crazy, and then you go in there and you play it for 5 minutes, and you're like, it doesn't hold up anymore. Yeah. But Super Mario Brothers still does. I think. Yeah, it's still fun. It's
amazing.
Yeah.
When they brought this to N64 and GameCube, right, and when they got it into the kind of 3D world, absolutely amazing. I mean, these guys are geniuses in every way. Plus, on top of it, I mean, to create something, to create a platform that is embracing diversity in terms of ages, right? Because this is appealing to each and every age group.
For sure it is.
This is something where I see Nintendo, they're just light years ahead of anyone else.
For sure. Yeah. I think I actually got this. I don't know if I should say I got this Pandora's box. You know all the tech stuff, so I can just say Pandora's box without explaining too much, right? So I got one of those, and I got like the Street Fighter edition with all the buttons and stuff, and I paid extra for the upgrade to the real buttons and stuff. And that's great. I love Street Fighter 2, the arcades.
Yeah,
I used to love going
They're still
to
playing it. Still world championships. Actually,
really? Oh yeah.
I don't know how many times he became world champion, but he's from Taiwan. I think from Kaohsiung.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't.
Taiwan has a Street Fighter world champion for many years.
Oh wow! That's
building his own joystick.
I think I've seen videos of him going to like tournaments and just like carrying his own little deal and playing. Like
it's an amazing community. I love it.
It's good.
I absolutely love that.
I remember being a kid, being really good at Street Fighter, loving that. Playing that. I was probably like maybe 12.
Yeah.
And I'd go into like a smoky, like nasty arcade, and I'd go and I'd start playing, and I'd play against adults, and I'd like crush these adults, and they were so pissed that they lost to a kid.
Oh, it just makes perfect sense because your reaction times are just, when you look at professional gamers, especially when it comes to kind of, on microcontrols on the keyboard.
Sure,
I think, it starts around the age of 25, 26, where they're just slowly using their ability just, to kind of match the young generation and the fastest ones in this business. This is about microcontrol, and this is about how fast you can react.
Okay.
And this is, by the way, where I will always kind of position myself as saying, this is sports, right? This is real sports.
Like, exactly. I love it. And it's funny. I got a couple of Street Fighter stories, but when I was in college, one of my good friends, my roommate, from my hometown, we would play Street Fighter all the time, and I would just kill him all the time.
Yeah.
And he got so pissed. And at the end, there was this 1 week where he just disappeared. He didn't go to class. He didn't leave his room. Like, I was like worried. I'm like, what the hell is going on with this guy? And then about a week later, he comes out, all scruffy and stuff, and he's like, "Let's play." And I'm like, "What? Play what?" He's like, "Street Fighter." I'm like, "Dude, I always kick your ass. I don't want to play with you."
So he wasn't a boot camp?
Oh my god! And I went in, and at that time it was Street Fighter versus X-Men, so had that all the air, all the air stuff.
You had like 48 characters or something, right?
And so I'm still like Ryu. To this day, I still pick Ryu, right? And I pick my guys.
Hadouken.
And this guy, he kicked my ass so bad. I was like, "What did you do?" He's like, "I've been practicing." I'm like, "That you disappeared for a week because I whooped your ass in Street Fighter?" He's just like, "I can't." He couldn't handle it. So to this day now, like, he kills me. He's just like all the air combos and stuff. It's like I'm an old school Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition.
Yeah.
But he's like air combos and stuff, and I'm like, geez, it's crazy.
And I agree. I already had problems when they came out with the turbo version of it. That was already way too fast for me.
That was crazy. Yeah.
Actually, I mean, the original one looks like slow-mo right now.
Well, yeah, you move it, especially if you use like a Dalsum and Zangief, and their jumps are just so slow. I actually got your office right here. Check this out. Speaking of Hadouken. Bam.
Oh, yeah, there it is, right?
Those are cool, man. Where did you get those pictures done? This is your home office?
I don't know where I bought them.
Yeah?
So there's, of course, the Street Fighter, and then we have Zelda. I don't know, the Super Mario Land.
Yeah.
I don't wear glasses right now, so it's a little bit of a challenge for me.
You got the Mushroom Kingdom on there.
And this is the original cartridge of the first generation of the Nintendo.
Where you had to blow on them, right? Yeah. I remember those. I remember as a kid keeping mine, and then this company came out and I bought this little piece and I unscrewed my Nintendo and I put like this new piece in there where you didn't have to blow it and it was good, and then eventually you had to blow it anyways. It was really cool, man.
So this is basically, you know, what my kind of inspirational corner.
I love
because it has a lot to do with what I collected throughout the past. I mean, on this kind of cover, you see there's still my first, the box of my first Android phone.
Oh,
which was an HTC Desire.
Beautiful. Oh, I had one of those too. Okay.
And
beautiful.
Then second row is.
You've also got your YouTube.
There's my YouTube.
Button on there,
100,000 subscribers.
Fantastic.
I love next to it is a first signed picture of Ayrton Senna.
Oh, wow. He had his own video game too, right?
Yeah.
That was a great one. Yeah.
Still, I mean, Senina is just, as a character, just still so popular, especially in South America. Okay. And then on top of it is another a picture from Senna in a McLaren MP4.
Wow.
And right next to it is the very first generation of the EPC, which turned to be the fundament for my first commercially successful blog.
Yeah. That was your first thing that blew you guys up, right? With your blog, the EPC, right? You were telling me the story about that before, how you were doing the EPC and all of a sudden it blew up in Germany because of your blog, basically, right? Yeah. That's really cool.
I know. I was really lucky to just be one of the first ones to be able to write about this in Germany, to get my hands on it. I was actually living in Rancho Cucamonga at that time in East LA.
Oh, I love it. East LA. I love it. Okay.
Yeah, that was something.
Beautiful, man. Beautiful. Should we grab the third one? What do you think? Are you good? And then we'll call it.
We have to.
So get on.
Come on,
man.
Let's do this.
And we'll round 2 out here now. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Beautiful. So
See you later.
Korean. This one's Korean. Yeah. Sunny, can you round 2? Yeah. All right. Thank you. Ooh. I remember the first time you had these, you gave me shit. You're like, it's too hot. So I think we tweaked it a little bit. Yeah. I don't know. You let me know.
Yeah, you tweaked it.
Yeah. Thank you.
Oh,
round 2.
It's still hot.
Still hot, yeah. So this one came out.
Are there more to come?
Oh yeah, there's 3 more, man.
Oh, fucking hell.
It's like this.
You're gonna kill me.
It's like
I'm up for it.
It's like it's going up like that. It's like my crypto portfolio.
Hopefully. I mean, that's what I put up on Twitter. Watch me dying from the inside.
There you go. Yeah. It's beautiful, man. So
I was like, oh wow, that's going to be a chill show. Yeah, if the Korean one is going to be the last one.
That's definitely not the last one, bro. The last one even hurts me after doing this for a year and a half. That's all I have to say, yeah.
I hate you.
So we're talking about sustainability, right? And I'm going to pull up this picture right here.
They actually don't really look very hot.
No, they don't look very hot, man.
Oh, hey.
Let's pull that up. I want to pull that up.
Yeah, these are my 2 bosses.
Those are the 2. So tell me a little bit about
maybe
that.
they're even watching us. So cheers, Lena. Cheers, Kim.
Cheers. Yeah. Let me fix that. Tell me what's that about.
Well, Kim and Lena are the founders of Aware.
I had to fix that.
Aware is a sustainability platform.
Yeah. Tell me about that, brother.
I can tell you definitely that this crafted beer doesn't really cool it down in terms of
definitely. That's why there's milk there, man. Because the craft beer... It's like throwing fuel on the fire.
And I still have like 3 levels to go, and I'm already switching over to the milk.
Mm-hmm. I know.
Oh my good Lord. What have I signed up for you?
Yeah, well, man, You're like the king of blogging, right? Come on, the podcasting, I mean, right?
So they are the co-founders of Aware. Aware is Germany's first sustainability platform.
Okay.
And basically what we try to do is we try to bring players from all kinds of different industries together to work on and define sustainability processes and how we can implement them into their corporations, into their overall processes. And what's so interesting about this is, here's the thing. I truly believe in the idea that, real innovation always happens outside of your bubble.
Sure,
right?
of course. It's like outside of the comfort zone. That's it, right? Everything.
If you're going to meet someone, right, who's making the best, burritos here in Taipei, and you're going to grab his recipe, you can just kind of level the playing field, right?
Sure,
but it's kind of hard for him to outperform and out-innovate him based on this.
If you just copy, you can only go as high.
So, and it's basically the same when it comes to kind of manufacturing processes.
Yeah.
If you have the chance to kind of connect to an industry that is maybe completely outside of yours and outside of your bubble, you might going to get something very, very inspiring out of this by talking to these guys.
Sure.
Listening to them. What are their pain points to become more sustainable?
I agree.
And this is exactly what we're doing. So we have roughly about 20 events a year.
Beautiful.
And master classes.
Okay.
Right now they're all digital.
Right
now they're all digital.
Yeah,
so,
the new normal,
and
right?
workshops and whatnot. And then we're going to talk about whether it's, for example, we're working on a kind of purpose-driven communication, how we can make our communication and PR departments more aware of the situation. We're talking about kind of design ideas, about planning-centric design and whatnot. So it is a kind of huge, a great mix of various topics that in combination are just giving you this big picture of how diverse sustainability can be, and therefore giving you a chance to kind of connect to various ideas and maybe implement them finally into your processes.
I love it. I love that. And how long have you been working with these ladies?
I work together with them for about 5 weeks right now.
Okay. Oh, great, beautiful. So it's a new one. Okay.
Yeah, it's a new one.
Excellent.
It's a new one. Yeah.
So far, so good. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. I love it. I think. I mean, when they told me about the story and what they're planning, I said, guys, you're onto something.
I love it.
And I joined their advisory board already last year.
Okay.
And I just love the idea, because here is where I also really, besides the fact that I think that innovation kind of happens outside of your bubble, but I truly believe that this is about, we need to change industries and societies as a whole. Right? We all need to make this transformation into a more sustainable lifestyle, into more sustainable production and life cycles of products.
Okay.
Creating awareness for sustainability by giving you options and alternatives, making you aware, this is where the name comes from, making you aware of what actually exists out there, and just kind of helping you to make more, just make different decisions in your life and just be, part of this movement.
Of course, I agree.
It takes all of us to kind of tackle the biggest challenge that we have in the history of mankind.
I actually have a quote for you really quick about sustainability. Sustainability is not rocket science. It's much more important. Yeah. That's yours. Yeah.
No, I love it.
I
totally agree. It really is. It really is.
I think it's. I saw your little video there, and it actually struck. You ready?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Let's go. This one we'll start again. We'll start from this one. That is with jalapenos. That is a jalapeno hot sauce.
I take the small one here.
Whatever you want, brother. Whatever you want. Yeah. So sustainability. Let's keep going. And because of the sustainability, we're on the cauliflower wings today. So hot sauces are weird because sometimes they're super spicy and they kind of up and down because they're fresh. I mean, they ferment, right?
Yeah.
So
I let you do the talking right now.
So to be honest, that cauliflower, the Korean, tasted spicier than this one because you never know how it's going to react to chicken or the cauliflower or whatever, right? So, but we'll see. But yeah, actually, we got a comment here real quick. Let's boom. What do we got? Hey Sascha, remember me, Adam from Foodjing. Adarsh, man, how you doing, brother? You good?
I'm doing fantastic. Hey,
Adam. Adam, yes.
Well,
yes. Salud.
Wow.
How was that one? All right. You just wolfed it down. Beautiful.
This is the actor in me, right? Telling you that I'm still doing all right
that
over here,
okay,
right?
Yeah.
I just holy.
Yeah.
It's getting there.
It's getting there. Of course, yeah.
It's getting there.
You got to get a couple of, put a zoom on you right there, bro. You got to get a little bit.
I'm not so sure about this.
Yeah, it's nuts. Hey, you take your time, man. If we want to stop anytime, we stop, right?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, just. Whew. So I'm going to do a quick little rapid fire here.
Please, do it.
And then so whatever that comes to your mind, you let me know. All right? So favorite place you've been? Ooh, that's a tough one, but yeah.
I would still say Detroit.
Detroit, Rock City? Yeah. All right.
It sounds kind of weird, but it so reminds me of the area where I used to grow up, which is in the Ruhr Valley area. It's a blue-collar area, the biggest coal mining, steelworking area in all of Europe.
Wow.
I love Detroit. I used to live in Toledo for almost a year, and so, yeah, I love the city. Yeah.
Beautiful. Detroit, Rock City. Shout out to Detroit. Where will you retire? Plenty of milk, actually, that one right there is horchata. It's kind of like a mixed drink if you want to try that.
Okay.
It's pretty good.
I don't know. I love Taiwan.
Yeah.
I love Taiwan, but it's definitely going to be in Asia.
In Asia.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Favorite UFC fighter? Ooh.
It has to be Royce Gracie.
Royce Gracie. Okay. Okay. Wow. Back to
Royce Gracie changed the game.
He changed the game. Yeah.
Yeah. Royce Gracie was all about showing you that this is not about power and kind of force and mass, but about technique.
Remember when he fought that Jesus guy?
Kimo
Leopoldo, right?
He was born in Germany. Kimo.
Was he really? As a kid watching that, I was actually scared of him. I was just like, he came out and I was like, so scary.
Yeah.
I was probably 12 or maybe.
Yeah.
I was legit scared when I just seen that guy. It was crazy. Favorite food in Taiwan?
Beef noodle. All the way.
All the way.
Okay. Beef noodle. If they're ever gonna put me on death row for whatever I haven't done,
okay,
this will be my last supper. It will be a beef noodle.
Okay. Any particular place? Everywhere. They're all good.
There's so many good ones.
Okay, beautiful. I like that. Your favorite piece of home office equipment?
Keyboard.
Your keyboard, okay.
Keyboard,
okay,
yeah. I can't live without a great keyboard.
Okay.
I need to fall in love with the keyboard like right away, right? It needs to feel like I'm gonna write, 12 Bibles in the next 7 days.
Do you like the mechanical one or ergonomic ones?
I'm all about the MX keys from Logitech.
Okay.
But I also have a Keychron K1, which is a mechanical one.
Beautiful. What do you think of those keyboards where they came out, Microsoft ones, and back in the day, where they kind of were like those ergonomic ones? I had such a hard time typing on those.
This is so wrong.
Like that, right?
You know what?
I had a hard time.
You lost control of your life when you got into a Microsoft Natural keyboard.
Those were so tough, right?
No way.
It was crazy.
No way.
I thought it was just me.
Those are like,
Are they still around? I don't think so, right?
These are the same weird persons and characters that are maybe in soccer are becoming a goalie, right? Or in ice hockey.
No Oliver Kahn fans.
Or turning into Nate Diaz in UFC, right?
Oh, yeah. I love Nate Diaz, I got to say. All right, so your favorite cryptocurrency?
I love the idea of Cardano and ADA.
Okay.
Which was also based on ideas of the University of Edinburgh, and I just love the idea. I'm even though that I used to have bitcoins and I even used to mine it. I'm strictly against Bitcoin. It's a dirty coin. Right? It's bad for the environment.
Yeah.
You know what Tesla just did with investing in $1.5 billion into Bitcoin? It's basically the equivalent of putting 1.8 million ICE cars on the road. So that makes no sense for the mission that they're constantly just trying to tell you. I'm against Bitcoin. I love Cardano. It makes sense. I was a huge ambassador for Ethereum.
Okay.
I think whatever is happening on the ERC20 token or Ethereum blockchain
2.0
is very, very
soon,
advanced.
right? Okay,
but once again, I still, in terms of fees
Cardano.
and energies and how fast it is, Cardano is fantastic.
I love that. Yeah. That's a beautiful answer. I love it, man. Favorite video game? Ooh, that's a tough one.
Age of Empire 2 in the HD version. I still play customized multiplayer maps on it.
Wow. Okay.
Over 20 years old. I love it.
I think you can play it on a phone now, right?
Yeah,
it
yeah.
just came out on a phone one, right?
I mean, I love Counter-Strike Go like forever.
Red,
Plus, on top
Red
of it,
Alert.
I'm a huge sim racing guy. I have a proper sim racing rig at home.
Oh, that's amazing.
But if I would choose one, it would be Age of Empire.
Okay. Your go-to karaoke song?
Oh, Jesus. No, let's take it like this. What would be the karaoke song where I'm not receiving a lifetime ban from any KTV here in Taipei?
Okay, let's take one. What do you got?
Fucking hell. Oh, sorry.
No, it's all good. It's all good, brother. Things are good.
I don't know.
I mean, if you,
You know what? It has to be something where everyone can just join. So
Sweet Caroline or something?
No. At 2 in the morning,
Okay.
whether it's going to be something from ABBA or Boney M, I don't give a shit about it anymore, right?
Okay, yeah, that's true.
And you're not singing at 2 in the morning anymore,
yeah,
right?
no,
That's the difference between us Westerners and someone coming from Taiwan. In Taiwan, it's like the way they're singing is just so absolutely amazingly good, and everyone's like, oh.
Everybody's good.
Oh.
And everybody,
Well, we at 2 in the morning.
and your voice is gone.
Yeah.
And you think you sound like Frank Sinatra, and then you're like,
Exactly.
"Ooh." You actually hear a recording of it. You're like, wow, don't share that.
Yeah, please don't share that.
Favorite character in Street Fighter?
Oh, Jesus. Has to be Ken. Yeah.
The Dragon Punch.
Yeah.
You must defeat my Dragon Punch to stand a chance.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you miss most about Germany?
Bread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's that simple. I miss bread. I miss my football club. But bread even more. Maybe a little bit of Döner. Maybe a little bit of currywurst.
Okay.
And of course, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Of course, it's about family and friends, right?
Course,
Don't get me wrong.
Of course. Yeah, me
but
too.
there's something about this, especially when I know, okay, at this specific point,
Sophie, can we get one more summer?
Oh, yes, I need to get one more. Where I know that I'm going back to Germany, I'm starting to crave all these tastes of my childhood.
Sure, of course. And everyone.
It's bread, it's German breakfast. I think the German breakfast is by far the best breakfast in the world. And don't get me wrong, I love all kinds of breakfast.
Sure.
But the diversity of German breakfast is absolutely amazing.
Okay, I love it.
So we're really celebrating breakfast culture. And then, second was Döner, which is actually Turkish fast food, right?
Oh, sure.
But it basically was invented in Germany.
Okay. Beautiful. Okay, one more. A dream podcast guest, a dream interview for you. If you could interview somebody, who would it be? That's the last one.
I have to go for Bill Gates.
Bill Gates.
In every way.
Okay.
Yeah, in every way.
Okay.
Here's the thing, what I love about Bill Gates. Bill Gates went through a period of his life where he just, everyone was kind of, and especially in the internet community, the IT community, starting from the mid-late 80s throughout the 90s, they were all throwing shit at him. But when you are following Bill Gates and on what kind of projects he's working on and his philanthropic approach and how much he gives back to the community, how he's just constantly reading books he's basically just walking around with a bag of at least like 5 or 6 books just carrying them around with him.
I say he reads like 6 hours a day.
Yeah,
or something,
that's absolutely amazing, and this is what we all should do. Yeah. Here's the thing: people that believe in the idea of I know it all, and just constantly trying to argue with whatever, or just. I know exactly, not even though that I want to kind of refer to the old Greek philosophers, right? But I definitely know that I don't know anything, right?
Oh, yeah, shoot.
I know a little bit on my kind of fields and, where that I've been following for like ages. But if there's something that I'm really interested in, I'm going after it.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah,
and I'm going to inhale everything.
Become obsessed with this one thing, right?
Completely with the topic.
Yeah.
And this is what I love about Bill Gates. And I think this guy, to talk to someone who changed the world together with his co-founders in terms of how we are capable of connecting with each other on a global scale.
Yeah.
To make a computer a mass market product, I will have to give all this credit to Bill Gates, and I would just love,
Bill Gates,
just to love to
cool
hear more
answer,
about
man.
his thoughts. Yeah,
I love that. That's it, man. Beautiful. Thank you for that.
Cheers,
Beautiful.
man.
Cheers,
so
brother.
We have to go for another round now.
It's up to you. We can keep going.
Yeah,
if you
let's
want.
do that. Let's do that.
Yeah. Okay.
Where's the next hospital?
It's not too far from here. Actually, we got a. I don't think I can read that. Joanna Novin. Let him live. We still need him.
Oh yeah, she also works for Aware.
Okay, good.
You know what? Come on,
taking it easy on
let's give it a shot.
Let's go.
I take the small one again.
Go for it. Yeah, sure.
There's always this huge one. And you try to lure me into just always grabbing the big one because I was hungry.
Yeah, whatever you want. The big ones are filling, dude. I'm going to be honest. Yeah, I'm getting full. Yeah. Here we go. We're going to take it easy on him. Don't worry about it. He's doing great. He's representing Germany very well right now. So now it's going to go like that.
Oh, that's a good one.
Like Ethereum.
That's a good one.
That's going to be Ethereum style right there. All the way up.
This is the last round, right?
This is it. Yeah, it's good. It's just 2 rounds. You wolfed it down. Damn. You man. Okay. So that one's made with
I tried this here.
With Thai chilies. That's horchata, man. So horchata is like a Mexican rice water drink. Rice water.
Jeez, it's sweet.
Yeah, it's sweet.
And cinnamon in there, right?
Cinnamon, sugar, vanilla, rice water, and milk. That's like a really traditional Mexican style drink, man.
Oh, I have a traditional Mexican belly right now, I tell you that.
Well, join the club, my friend. Join the club. I got to get back on that one. But I want to talk a few seconds about UFC, man.
Yeah, let's do that.
That fight last weekend was crazy, right?
Oh,
that Yuri Prohaska.
Prohaska.
Yeah. Yuri Prohaska.
Actually, quite familiar name in Slovakia
okay.
and the Czech Republic. I remember a hockey player, Prohaska.
Oh, okay.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember he also beat Volkan Ozdemir recently, right?
Yeah.
And I thought this guy's got a crazy chin. He's amazing.
You know what? At first, we were chatting, and I said, you know what? Yeah, in terms of their footwork, they kind of seem to be very, very stiff.
Yeah.
But he's a tank.
Yeah, he just kept taking all those shots like nothing, right?
Wow.
So they're.
I was really impressed by him.
He's very good. Yeah.
I want to see him against
Jan Blachowicz.
Yeah.
What do you think of that? Jan's a monster, though. No? What do you think? He's got a chance if he keeps that chin.
I think Jan is faster.
Yeah.
Oh, let's
Jan
say
looked good against
he looks
Izzy.
more energetic.
Yeah, Jan
His
looked
style.
great against Izzy.
Yeah.
He beat Izzy, right?
Yeah.
Which no one thought would happen.
He always looks more energized. But you know what? How about you are asking me more questions, and I'm going to give you more short answers that I can still work on all my milk over here.
Do it.
Because that's exactly what I need right now.
So what about Conor and Poirier 3? What do you think about
Conor
that?
has to win it.
Oh, he has to win it.
Otherwise, he's out.
He's done, No, he has to win it, but do you think he can?
They're going to relegate him to Bellator
EFL
after this.
Who went?
Or he needs to make up his own series.
He could. What do you think? I know he has to win it, but do you think he can?
He will.
He will, yeah? Yes. Connor's my guy, man. I love Connor.
Yeah,
I'll take
totally,
that.
totally.
Connor,
I love this guy.
Proper 12.
I mean,
let's go.
he is an amazing fighter. I'm glad that he is just.
I love that.
He
guy.
just calmed down. I love the way he lost against Khabib because he just,
Well, that was bad.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I love him. Even when he did all the crazy stuff he did, I loved it. But I mean, he crossed the line a little bit with Khabib there. I mean, more than a little bit. That was crazy. Yeah. So, who's the GOAT? What do you think? Khabib, John Jones, Anderson Silva, Mighty Mouse, GSP.
I love Anderson Silva.
Anderson Silva.
I love John Jones.
It's normal.
I love Izzy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of unorthodox fighters
Yeah.
that are kind of bringing this
I love it.
street fighter attitude to this.
I love it. I love it when Izzy does his like last style bender, airbender stuff. I love it. Yeah, I think. What about John Jones at heavyweight versus Francis Ngannou? What do you think about that?
Well, if Ngannou's gonna catch him,
Yeah,
he's gonna
yeah. He catches anybody.
get a being KO.
Yeah.
No chance.
And Jones
No
gets
chance.
hit.
Yeah.
He does get hit. But he's got a great chin.
This is not about getting tagged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he can just touch anybody and put him to sleep,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, crazy. I love it, man. I love it. How you doing?
Surviving. Woo.
So a while back, we talked about your YouTube channel
Yeah.
that you've had going for a long time, right?
Yeah.
Are you still adding to that
No.
channel? No, you still
no.
just been sitting idle for
I
a while.
haven't added to it for 5 years.
Okay,
Yeah.
so but it's still
It's not my business anymore.
yeah. So but it's okay, but you started it in the
Yeah,
beginning, or
yeah,
and how
yeah.
long did
And,
it take you to get to?
I did my first
level.
unboxing in 2007. Seven.
Okay. And from then, how long did it take? Because I've seen the channel. There's lots of views on it. Like there's videos with like millions of views and stuff.
Yeah.
So do you have any tips for anybody that's trying to get something
Consistency. Be different.
like that? Every week?
It's not about being like super stylish and having the best camera and being the master editor.
Okay.
You don't need to be the next Steven Spielberg on your the master of After Effects or whatnot.
Okay. Yeah.
Be original. Have something to say and add value.
Add value, sure, of course.
Add value to the network, and then it's about consistency.
Okay. So
And
once a week, twice a week.
Don't do what everyone else is doing. So how many tech YouTube creators do we have?
Oh my
like
gosh,
a
yeah.
fantastillion right now, and they're all reviewing the same devices.
Yeah.
I'm just super bored by the tech YouTube channels. There are a few that I really love.
Yeah.
Which is basically based on the attitude of the creators. But in general, I think 99% of them are just your same old shit with different LEDs in the background.
Okay, same old shit. We're going to quote that, same old shit with different LEDs in the background. I like it. Actually, in the last few months, I started to get into crypto, right? And I started watching some crypto videos. And now my feed is just full of like tons of crypto.
Yeah, the algorithm is hitting you.
Crypto influencers.
Yeah,
right? I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah.
So there's some of them that are they're crazy. But I mean, it's a lot of it's similar as well, right? There's a few that are looking pretty good, but yeah, I agree. Let's go.
What about you over there, huh?
Yeah. I want to get you talking, and then
The
I'll
Mexican
wolf
is
this down.
struggling here.
Oh, hey. You got to tell me about it. Inspirational people, someone that inspires you to keep going. While I eat mine.
Well, the favorite character has to be Alex Zanardi. Alex Zanardi is a racing driver, and one of the quickest ones that I've ever seen. He came into Formula One probably at the wrong time because he was driving for Lotus, and then he was driving for Williams at a time where these teams were really struggling, but he was just so goddamn quick.
Okay.
I remember one accident of him. He was just going through Eau Rouge in Spa flat out, just to test it out, just crashing into the barriers. but he was just so fearless, and he just had this kind of egoistic way, an arrogant way. Let's say not arrogant, let's say egoistic way that you need as a race driver.
I think there's a fine line, right?
Yeah, it's a fine line.
Like a cocky and a confidence, like Connor.
He's
you need to have something.
He's not cocky at all.
No, for sure. But
so and then he went into IndyCars, and the opening IndyCar race, the first IndyCar race that happened in Europe, was on the Lausitzring in Germany, in Eastern Germany, and he came out. I think it was in 2000, 2002, or 2001. Probably roughly around 20 years ago.
Okay.
He came in for a pit stop. He got out of it, had cold tires, but he just accelerated a little bit too hard. He lost control and went right into the traffic. Another one was coming out at 200 miles an hour and just basically cut off the front of the car. And unfortunately, they are the brake pedals, and brake pedals are connected to legs. So it basically cut off his legs.
I didn't know this. I don't know this story. Okay.
They brought him into, I think it was in Berlin, into a kind of special hospital for this.
Oh my god.
The funny thing about him, I saw him on a German TV show, right? And once again, like super inspiring.
Yeah.
And he came in on his crutches and he said, you know what, basically I'm just, because of all the blood transfusion that I received, I'm 80% German and I'm not Italian anymore, right? So he already just took the piss out of himself, right? And tried to make the best out of the situation. And then he started. To get into bicycle racing. And it was kind of hand bikes racing.
That's amazing.
Became many times world champion. Win many times gold in Paralympics. Switched into a complete different sport. Became by far the best of the world.
Wow.
Then
that's a mindset.
Switched back into racing.
Really?
Won in saloon car races, world championship races, by just accelerating and braking on the wheel, BMW, and I will always just pay respect for BMW to support this guy. That was just absolutely amazing what you guys allowed him to do, and believing into this guy and the capabilities and the pure speed that he has. Just kind of showing his skills. Once again, adapting to a completely different sports again.
Okay.
Even working on GT class racing. Amazing documentaries about this guy.
Wow,
and
you're gonna have to send me a couple links,
just
man.
like, was it like 7 months ago, he had the next big accident. Crashed on a hand bike race. Crashed into a semi. Was in a coma and everything. I don't know about his situation right now.
God.
But, I mean, this guy, when you see what he was going through and his positive attitude, right?
Oh my God.
Trust me, there was never anything where you should complain about what happened to you in your life.
Yeah.
And there's no excuse for you not to continue pushing and going for it, right? Whether seeking a different career in a completely different field. I mean, whatever you can just read about being inspired and motivated. Alex Zanardi is the man. And I also have an Alex Zanardi photography framed in a Williams and signed by him. And he is the man. He keeps me going.
Wow! Oh my God! No, I'm gonna have to do a little research because I don't watch
quite
much,
a story.
I don't watch much car racing. Right?
That's a story. It's a real story.
That's amazing. Yeah. Wow. No, I mean for me, I have the restaurant, right? So I'm super busy. I have my daughter, I have my wife. So these things, they keep me pretty busy. So pretty much the only news I watch is UFC news.
Yeah.
And any kind of entrepreneur, restaurateur stuff that can help me make this place better, busier. Leadership stuff that I can try to, be a better leader. And recently crypto stuff, so I can take a little percentage of the restaurant, put it somewhere, and then it can grow. That's the idea, right? Because we were talking about that earlier. There's no pension for us that are, I'm doing something like this, right?
Well,
Things
as
are
an
pretty good.
entrepreneur, right,
Yeah,
you have to
that's
take care of
entrepreneur.
your pension.
You have to take care of it,
Yeah,
right? So
yeah,
that's what we're doing. So the idea is to make your money work for you, right?
You know, I'm good again.
You're good? Okay, I'm
Yeah.
ready whenever you're ready, brother. You want to...
I take the small one here.
Oh, you, okay. Yeah,
That's the final countdown here.
That's the final countdown, man. This is the final countdown. So this one, I won't tell you what it's made out of until you eat it. How about that? Yeah? All right, you just throw the whole thing in there. Wow. Oh, I just made this one. That one's hot. I just made this sauce like a few days ago. Oh, look at this guy. All right. All right. Oh.
Okay, this is hot.
Yeah, well, that's made with, Carolina Reapers.
Oh, yeah.
That's what that's made with, man. So now when you come back and you eat the Korean, you know the Korean's not that hot.
Oh, this is hot.
Yeah.
I need more milk. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is hot.
That's a killer, man. But you made it. You represented Germany, made it all the way to the end. I love Germans, man. You know what my favorite thing about Germans is? They're so direct and so straight. It's just like bam, no beating around the bush, man. I love it. Yeah. I'm gonna take my time.
Oh no, it gets me.
I'm gonna pull up a couple pictures and we'll rapid fire through a few pictures because we've been doing well. No, you good? All right. What do we got right here? Blam, Peggy. Oh yeah, that's hot. Wow.
My Chinese teacher.
Your Chinese teacher. Yeah, wow. Little zoom in action right there, yeah. Just one thing, don't touch your eyes. That's all.
Of course, sir.
Yeah, well, many have.
Oh, it doesn't make it any better.
Joanna, we're taking care of him. That's the last one. Don't worry about it. Tomorrow morning is round 3, so. Oh yeah,
Okay, milk, guys.
that one is very hot.
Milk.
You got milk?
Oh, fuck.
Yes, sir.
Holy shit.
Bring more. Yeah, we'll do more horchatas too.
And more milk. Oh, God.
That's tough, eh? My gosh. That's made with Carolina Reaper.
This is a 7th chamber of hell.
Yeah, baby. I know. It's a tough one, man. I want to thank you for coming out, though, man. Most people, they don't make it all the way to that one.
Yes, I'm
But
crying.
you made it. You did it. Yeah. Well, let's get a little zoom on that. Yeah. I'm going to take some milk, though. I need some milk.
Oh, my God. Don't do this at home.
There you go. Do not try this at home. Unless you want to buy a bottle, and we'll sell you a bottle. Oh, man.
More milk.
The milk helps, yeah? Joe, you got horchata?
No kidding. I need a liter.
Yeah. Can we get more milk? Tell Joe, yeah? More milk. Oh. All right, dude.
Yeah.
Hey, put some sour cream in your mouth and just let it sit. I'm okay. Now, he'll probably drink my milk. It's okay.
Mm.
Yeah. Germany's most famous tech blogger on the Eddy live show. Love this guy. Appreciate it, man. You know, people don't really know the story. When we met, he's been coming to eat, and I was outside talking to a customer. Oh, no. I'm going to drink this milk. And he saw my LED sign, and it was Jan Blakovic and Israel Adesanya.
Yeah.
And we started talking about that, and bam. Then we started geeking out. on Elgato Stream Decks and capture cards, and it was a match made in heaven, man.
Yeah.
Cheers to that. Salud. And salud.
This is wrong.
So
the last round is wrong.
So you know what? That last one that we just had, I just made that a couple days ago because I made a huge batch about 3 weeks ago, and the longer it sits, the better it is. It mellows out a little bit, but the flavor sits. But one of the staff dropped it, and it was all over the floor, and I had to make a new batch, and I thought, oh, that's going to be a rough one for the next show, yeah.
Yeah, we should call it a day.
And I was right, man, yeah. Brother, you're looking fantastic.
Well, no.
So we made it, man. We made it all the way through. And do you have anything you want to add?
No.
Before you're done, yeah?
No, don't do this at home.
Don't do this at home.
I'm okay. Thank you for being with me.
Yes.
And cheers, guys. I appreciate it.
I'm going to cheers to some milk here. Thank you guys for watching the show. We'll see you guys next week. In the description, there's a link to Sascha's Instagram page.
Yeah.
Follow him. This guy's amazing. When you go through his page, you're going to see all these incredible pictures, incredible stories. Catch you guys next week. See you later. Bye-bye.
Cheers, huh?